Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing of Core Clash by Elroy Chung, published by Boar Studio, along with all of the expansions that you see here. And this game was successfully kickstarted and just got delivered. It is a 2 to 4 player tactical arena combat game in which each player has control of several mechs that battle it out on what's left of Earth for its precious resources. Now, before I start unboxing, I'd like to point you towards my Patreon page, because if you like what I do and you'd like to support my channel, you can become a Patreon saint for as little as just $1 a month or more, and you will get access to my Patreon exclusive videos as well as your name in the credits of all of my videos for as long as you choose to support me. I also have a merch page if you would like to get a mug or a t-shirt or a hoodie or a sticker with the Board Game Heaven logo on it. Just check out the link in the description below, and that also helps with my channel. All right, let's get unboxing. All right, so this is Core Clash, the core box, which is a nice big box, quite tall as you can see, and on the cover we see basically all of the mechs all together in combat, sparks flying everywhere. It's pretty cool. It's quite an eyeful, but I like it. And on the side you have the same, and on these sides it's just Core Clash. So if you put it in your shelf like this, you have a more quiet kind of view. And on the back we have a list of all the contents. We got 13 robot miniatures, we've got dice, we've got 3D buildings and mountains, plenty of cards, and all kinds of tokens. So some of these you can see already on the box here. Here you can see the battlefield, which consists of tiles. And you're the robot controller working for an enterprise competing with similar companies over precious resources in a devastated landscape. So that's pretty cool. Let's open it up. All right, so first of all, here is the booklet with the rules. And it has been updated a bit since the Kickstarter. We got a preview of the rules during the Kickstarter, and they have been working on improving those and finalizing them over the course of the production, basically. So here it is. It's just a little booklet with an index, which is always important to have. Some of the important concepts. There's a standard and an advanced mode as well. And here you can see the contents actually listed with pictures, which is helpful. How to set up the game, how the robot cards work, your health points, the different tokens that you get, you know, how you deploy your team in a 1, 2, or 3 player game, how a turn works, and all the things you can do like moving and attacking, how accuracy and critical hits work, the range, so that's basically how you attack, cumulative energy, which is used, you get that in certain situations, and you can use those to get some extra boosts. Advantage attacks, that's pretty cool. Upgrades, yeah, you can unlock your special weapon during the game. You can pull and push your enemies, and all of that has several effects. And there's the advanced mode, so that's basically about 20 pages of basic rules and then advanced rules. It's pretty cool. Look at that, with some legacy constructions. We have a warehouse and energy factory, that's all new. How item cards work. There's also some passive abilities and status effects. That's pretty cool. And this section is dedicated to the add-ons, which are sold separately. So we have several bosses. You can have a boss versus boss fight, stuff like that. And here are basically all the robots and what they do. So a bit of lore there, a little background text, which is also cool. Here are the bosses. So there's the A.I.O, there's the Engel, and the Kong. So there we go. That's pretty cool. All right. That's the rulebook. Next, we have a sheet of tokens right here. So we have some dice pips here that you can put aside the board, I believe. Shield tokens. These are mines, and these X's are used to cover up the weapons that haven't been unlocked yet on your cards, and these are more of these status effects. I'll just open this up because these are double-sided. One side is basically an active side, a colored side, and the other side is white, which means it's inactive. Let's see, does this have an opening? Yes. There we go. So here you go. So this is colored. You have this shock effect, fire, and frost effect. And on the back, it's basically inactive. And these are also double-sided. All right. Then we have a slot here that holds all the cards of the robots. That's pretty cool. So we have this sweet-looking artwork here. And one side is the advanced mode. Oh, now we actually get extra cards. So yeah, you have advanced mode cards and standard cards. Okay, I thought they were double-sided. So this is the Long Claw 2. The 2 always indicates the advanced robot. So you have some different skills from the regular mode. So let me just see. And these cards are really nice. They're big and thick and glossy. That's pretty nice. So let's see, standard. Here it is. No, that's not the one. Different order here. Here it is. So for example, here you can see that there are differences in the weapons and in the number of pips you need on your dice rolls to activate them. So a Long Claw and Long Claw 2, that's basically what you get. So you have all these different robots with different abilities. There's a Doc who can repair. There's the Phoenix who has a flaming burning sword. This is the Kyojin 2, basically a tank. Here is the Bravo. There's a very familiar looking head sculpt there. There's the Pixie, which is a sniper. Rainmaker, you know, artillery. The Paladin actually looks like a centaur mech with a lance. That's pretty cool. The Requiem 2, just heavy weapons. Panzer 2. And the Core Destroyer. This also has a very familiar looking head sculpt. Pretty cool. And here is another ranged archer mech. And this one kind of looks like an older mech. Kind of sculpted like he's an old... The Mages too. And this one is the Riptide. He is a water-based mech. Also pretty nice. And these are the standard versions. Basically the same art, but with different abilities. So really cool. Nice looking cards, nice looking art. I seem to have one misprint here, but that seems to be the only one, fortunately. So yeah, we have those. All right. Then we have a pack of smaller cards with upgrades and all kinds of weapons. So let's open that up. Also really nice. There we go. So they just have Core Clash on the back. And on the front here, for example, I'll just show you a couple. There's a landmine. This is an add-on pack that makes you immune to shock, burn, and freeze effects. This is a hook. You can pull and attack a target. Gives you the grappling option, basically. This is it gives you the push ability. Shield. Another shield thing, a different kind of shield. Water effects ability. So yeah, there's all kinds of upgrades here. These are all, these have red kind of glowy effects. And I believe there is also, yeah, these have blue effects. And there is a difference. I'm not quite sure what it was again, but they are used in different ways. Oh, there's one card. There's one card that asks for your feedback with a QR code. That's pretty nice. I'll leave that on the front. It's clever. So yeah, you have all of that. Looks pretty cool. Nice art. And then we have these bigger cards which have several uses. There's the, let's see here, the cumulative energy card, which the players have. So there's 4 of these, and they have 2 sides. There's an advanced mode side and a standard mode side, and you can put cubes on here and then spend those cubes to get some extra effects. And they are different again in standard and advanced mode. So we have 4 cards of that, basically a reference card that you can use, and another reference card, support card, that has basically some important rules on it and these icons for advanced mode as a reference. So that is also handy. So that all was in this nice plastic tray. So we have an insert that has spots for everything. So let's take a look at these first. These are basically just your health cubes. The green ones are health, and the yellow ones, some robots have, oh, that's the cumulative energy. The yellow ones, because this is also indicated with a yellow border. And on these robots, you can see this is a blue border, this is blue and this is green. So you fill up your health, and the first time you put a blue cube on these blue squares, and when your health is depleted, then when you take away the blue one, you kind of fill it up again with all green. So then you have 3 greens, so you basically have an extra life. That's what that indicates. Not all robots have that, and so you have only a couple of those blue ones. So that's those. Then we got some really cool looking dice here. So we have red dice. These are plastic dice. They have a silver, metallic, kind of sparkly color. And the red ones and the green ones, they have different functions, I believe. I kind of forgot. One type is for combat and one type is for allocating actions to your robots. So those look pretty nice. You get 6 of the green ones and 5 of the red ones. We have a couple of these cubes. I don't know what they are used for. Probably in advanced mode, I'm not sure. Then we have some 3D buildings. Oh, that looks really cool. Let's take a closer look at that. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. So let's see. What do we have here? So this is some kind of building. These look like supplies. So it's like a supply depot. And let's see, what is this? This is a separate piece. You might have to put it on top or something, because it does have a slot there. I'll have to figure that out, how that works. Well, that looks pretty cool. Lots of detail, actually. Look at that. These are resin. So they are a little bit more fragile than your regular plastic minis, but they do have a very high level of detail. So we have those. I'll put those aside carefully. That's pretty nice. Then we have these. Those were the, what were they called again? I forgot. Like a supply depot or something. And we have 2 of those as well for advanced mode. So it kind of reminds me of the Command and Conquer games, where you kind of plop down a building like this on the map with a small hangar and a working area. And you have these barrels. So, okay, so they do require a little bit of assembly. I assume this goes here. That is really cool. And there's these silos as well. So yeah, I'll figure out where all of that goes, but that looks really nice. I think that might go like this or something. So yeah, we have those. 2 of those buildings. Let's see, then we have these rock outcroppings, these mountains. Let's open that up. All right, just put these back here. So these are basically just rocks, kind of like mountains that you put on the battlefield. Still have a bit of sprue there, so I'll have to cut that off. But you just put that on the map, and that is a mountain, kind of an obstacle, really. I'll just leave that in here. And these are some of the robots. So there's 2 layers of robots. They are very, very carefully packed with bubble wrap. And they do require a little bit of assembly. So you have the base. Look at that detail on these bases. Very cool. So let me take a look at this one. Very carefully taking that out. All right. So this requires the shoulders to be assembled. You basically have 2 shoulders here, one on the left, one on the right, of course. They do have a peg and a peg hole for you to stick that in. So that should not be too difficult. And just look at that detail. That is very, very amazing. Very nicely detailed. And it does have pegs on the bottom to stick into the base. So making that very easy. All right, that's the first one. Let's take a look at this one. Another one of those amazing looking bases. Really like that. And they are magnetized as well. There's a little magnet here, and there's a spot, this square here, that does have an extra function. I'll show that later. And I believe that is where you put these cubes. So these might actually, let me just try that. Are these magnetic? I'm not entirely sure. Let's just see if I remember that correctly. I remember there being, yes, these are magnetic. That's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. See? These are magnetic. That is super cool. These are used to indicate something. I forgot what, but that is pretty cool. Maybe just your team. Oh yeah, that must be it. Yeah, you've got up to 4 players. So you've got 4 team colors, and every player has 3 mechs. So you basically just take a color. Instead of a base clip, you just take this and put that on here. That is a very cool and nifty way of indicating your team color. And that means you can just paint your mechs any way you want and switch up the team colors every time, and not have to fiddle with a big base ring clip. This is super easy. Just put it on, done. That is very clever. I really like how they did that. All right, let's open up this baggie. I'm glad they packed it all so carefully with extra bubble wrap and each robot in its own little space. Because I know how fragile these things can be. This is, I think... No, this should be the left arm. Yeah, that's probably... Or the right arm. And this is his left arm. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah. Another one. This one with the kind of like scoop, shovel. Again, look at that detail. It's just amazing. He even has wheels. So kind of suggesting that he can transform into like some kind of Constructicon kind of machine. Super cool. Really, really like that. All right, I'm just going to put these back into their little spaces. All right, let's take a look at this one. Nope, yep, of course the base is loose in here. Another one of those bases with the magnetized spot for the cubes to indicate your team color. And this, let's see, there's a little bit more parts. So we have the body looking really cool. Bit of a Mega Man vibe there. It has 2 of these armor pieces, like a skirt. So one of them goes on the back, and this one goes in the front. You can see by the C-shaped bit that goes in here. And oh, there's also a C-shaped one here. So yeah, I guess, let's see, they are different. So I'll have to check the art and see. I think this is the front and this is the back. And then you just have the two arms. So arm here and an arm there and a tiny little head. Bring that into focus. The head is here. Let me see. So that's the back. This is the front. There you go. Looking good. So you do need to assemble them. Use a little bit of glue, but that should not be. Just use some super glue for this, for the resin. Should not be too difficult. All right, let's open up this one. Another one of those bases. And are they all the same? Let's just take a quick look to see. No, there are actually different bases. So they do have several different base sculpts as well. Really nice. All right. Let's carefully take this one out. This one does have a couple of very small fragile pieces. So it's basically the robot with this cape right here. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Really nice. And it has kind of like a walking stick. So as you can see, the hand there on top of this cane resting on the base, and that goes in here into that little square. The other arm is sculpted onto the cape. So yeah, it's really neat. All right. That does look kind of fragile, so please be careful with that. All right. Then we have this artillery guy. I think it fell over here. So yeah, let me just check that out. So we've got the main body once again. Huge legs, cannons on the back. Super cool. We have a little piece that goes somewhere. I think that goes on the back as well. There's a small slot there on its butt. And otherwise there's just two arms, and there should be a head somewhere. So one arm on the left, of course, and the other on the right. You may have to trim a bit of that flash there. And here is the head sculpt. Yeah, that's the front of the head. So there you go. Really, really cool. I think once these are assembled, you know, they are a bit sturdier, so you don't have to worry about breakage that much anymore. Just take care opening up these packages and putting them together. Another base. This one has a slot. So this guy is slotted in. I believe he is actually on one leg. This is the sniper, the robot, and he does have a shield of some kind. So this is the body, and here is the slot that goes into the base. So he's on one leg. That's pretty cool. He has this cool looking kind of shield, which I believe, yeah, it just plugs into the back. Oh, let's stay focused here on the robot, please. So you have that, also very detailed. And he's got this huge rifle, this sniper rifle here. Pretty nice. And the other arm that supports the rifle. The hand is sculpted onto the rifle, as you can see there. So it's basically at the wrist, it's connected at the wrist and at the shoulder. All right, let's put that one back carefully. Let's check out this one. All right, so, oh, nice backpack. I think this is the medic. The mech. Yeah, he kind of functions like a medic, but he's more like an engineer, right? He's got the wrench in one hand and a screwdriver in the other. So you connect those at the shoulders as well. And this giant backpack goes onto his back. And that looks very cool. And I do notice that they have made some of the parts thicker. I remember when I got the prototype, which were also resin minis, some of the very tiny parts arrived broken. Of course, it wasn't packed as neatly as this, but some parts were certainly thinner. So I gave them some feedback on that, and it looks like they have improved on that somewhat here and there. Another base. And another robot. All right, so there we go. This is just a two-part robot, it seems. Yeah, or three-part. So we have a backpack here and a hand with a gun that goes on the right. So let's see. There we go. There he is, the Bravo 1. Kind of looks familiar with the windows in the chest there and the grill on the belly. Super cool. Got the wheels on the legs as well. Nice. All right. Those were the mechs. I believe there's a couple of more underneath this tray. So let's carefully take this out and have a look. Oh, there's even more. Yeah, look at that. It's quite a few. And this is covered up by an extra cover there. I do have a really big finger, so. All right, let's take a look what's in here. There's another robot. Oh yeah, that's the big one with the flaming sword. So another base, of course. Yeah, let's take a look. All right, so multi-part. So let's carefully take a look here. So this is the right arm with the sword, which they have made a lot thicker. This was broken off in my prototype. And here is the body. So this goes onto the shoulder like that. Here's the head, really cool looking head, and it has two wings on the back. Let's see, this goes, yeah, probably like this and like that. So, yeah, he's a big winged robot with a sword. Super cool. That looks really nice. Look at the detail on those fingers. That's amazing. So we have that one. Another base. This is the Ranger robot with the bow. He has some wings on the back as well. We'll just take this out bit by bit because this is really thin. And this is a multi-part robot as well. So, and again, he has a slot on the base, so he can have this very dynamic pose. Let me try that. And then we have these wings, the wing pack that goes on to the back. And we have the main body right here. Let me turn that around. So there you go. That's the body. And then one arm, the left arm holds, no, is that the right arm? Let's see. Yeah, it is the right arm. So that one over here holds the bow. And the other arm draws the string, so will be like, more or less like this. So that's pretty darn cool. Looks really good. So yeah, nice. 4 more to go. This is really cool if you like mechs and if you have no trouble putting some miniatures together, you know, just like Warhammer games. And here's another one. Another base. A lot of work went into making these, I can bet. All right, come out, come out. So, here's a body with one arm already attached. One arm, oh, this is the back that I'm looking at, of course. This is the front. This is the left arm, the right arm for him. There we go. He's got this huge drill-like cannon and the head sculpt right there. All right, take a look at that. That's pretty neat. All right, 3 more to go. Put that back. All right, another base. This is a big one. Let's see. That's the big heavy artillery, heavy weapons kind of. Wait, that's a bit much in there to just toss out. So let me just take that out bit by bit. Shoulder cannons. Whew. All right. So this is the body, the legs, and this really looks like some kind of mech warrior kind of robot. Is this the back? Let's see how that works. I have to figure that out. I think, oh wait, actually, I think this goes like this. There is a slot here somewhere, but yeah, I'm not seeing it right now. But this looks really cool. All these little pockets with rockets and stuff everywhere. Shoulders, I think. I'll figure that out. And we have one arm that has this kind of plasma beam cannon. And the other arm has this heavy machine gun, minigun. Oh, this is actually, this is the shoulders. So this even goes on top of that. Wow, that's impressive. Bit of a Gundam vibe going on with some extra cannons here and some more cannons there. So this guy has a lot of parts. I think he's the character in the middle of the art on the box. He's like this massive, giant mech warrior guy with all the rockets and the guns coming out everywhere. Very cool, very impressive looking. I'll see if I can take some pictures and post them on my YouTube page after I've put them together. May take a while though, but after I do, I'd like to show these off. All right, here's another. The base. Here's a little bit of flash that I need to cut off. this one also has wings. There you go, another multi-part. Ooh, this one is cool. Is this the centaur one? Oh yeah. Oh, this is awesome. This is super cool. Oh, look at that. So he has, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to put this together yet. This is the first time I've seen this. So I guess this goes in here. Like that. If that makes sense to you. He has a shield. He has a lance. And he's got this wing backpack. Oh, this came off. But this kind of like this connects here to the pelvis, front pelvis. So he's leaping up. This centaur is leaping up on the hind legs, you know, rearing up. Go with one lance in one hand and a shield, and this. Oh, that's super cool. Look at that. And did I miss the head? Oh, here's the head sculpt. Let's take a look at that. He's got this like really cool looking kind of hat. Very anime. Very cool. This reminds me of old school 80s anime shows, you know? Captain Harlock and such. Super cool. Wow. That is impressive. All right, let's carefully put all of that back. And then the final one. We've seen all of this. It's a long video with all of these minis, but they're super cool. There, this is the aquatic one. Kind of like a shark mech. Wow, look at that. So here's the main body. With a cool looking head. You know, with these wings. Super cool. He's got this on the back, kind of scuba gear on the back there. See, he's got this shark tail. I mean, how cool is that? And he's got this trident, holding that with two hands like that. So you connect that one to the wrist and this one to the shoulder. Oh man. Super nice. And I can see that they have taken a lot of inspiration from classic Transformers and Gundam and stuff like that. But I really dig that. All right, whew, those were all the minis. And then there's a separate pocket here for all the tiles. And these are quite a few tiles. Super nice. Look at that art. All right, let me just see if I can open that up. Packed really tightly. Okay, let's take a look at these. So this is all taking place on Earth after, you know, millennia of neglect, after people have left the Earth and drained it of all its resources. So there's not much left in desert and ruins, and some bodies of water here and there. So yeah, and they're divided into 4 quarters. They are numbered, so this is H. I have 2 of those. And then we have G here, which has a building on it and nothing on the other side. So you can build your own map by putting 4x4 of these together. F looks like this on the back. And you, like I showed you, you can put those rocks on them and on those buildings as well. That's pretty cool. All right, E, D, got C here. And of course the terrain does have different effects, like a mountain is like blocks. You can be pushed into a mountain and that damages you. Same with the buildings. The buildings can break. We have 2 of these and 2 of these. All right. So those are the tiles, and that is everything in the base game. Let's check out some of the expansions. And I just noticed that I actually forgot to show you the buildings. They were here, so you saw them, but I forgot to take them out. And these are the buildings that you can find. And they have, they can be destroyed, basically. They're like obstacles, and if you fall into them, so, you know, you have 2 parts. That's pretty cool. So this puzzles together like this. So you have a more or less intact building, like so. Oh, let me hold that up a bit higher. It's basically just a square tower. And then when you crash into them, the top breaks off and you have some debris on top. And if you crash into them a second time, they are removed from the battlefield. So that is also pretty nice. So we have 4 of those in the box as well. All right, so some additional things that you could get were metal dice to use instead or in addition to those dice that came in the core box, and some cool looking sculpted magnetic team tokens if you just want something fancier than the plastic ones, although I thought that was pretty cool already. So let's open this first. I think this just slides out. Oh, it's actually still sealed there. All right, so let's take a look. So, right, so these do look like the ones in the core box, but, oh wow, they are sculpted. So let's see. All right, again, magnetic, of course. So here they are. Let's take a closer look at that. So they have different sides as well. They have, let's see, one, it's just a D6. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3. So they have magnets inside. I mean, how did they do that? That's pretty interesting. That's interesting. I mean, the yellow one is more clear and the green one is more clear on camera than these. So I'll just put these down for a second. Oh, and there we go. So they have this like robotic kind of font that they use. Lots of tiny little details there. There's the 6, the 4 and a 3, and the 2. So yeah, they basically are more or less the same. They're a bit fancier than the standard cubes, the plastic cubes in the core game, but they have numbers on them, so 1 through 6. I guess you can use that for their health. I'm not entirely sure, but there's probably an extra use you can have for that. So you get those in this little box, just a small add-on optional thing that you could get. So that's nice if you want to pimp your game a bit more. And same goes for these dice, of course. Also, this is pretty nice. Let's see. No, these are actually just extra dice. I thought they were metal dice, actually, but they are extra plastic dice, so you don't have to pass them around that much. Yeah, they're just the same plastic dice that came with the core game. I thought they wanted to add metal dice. I think that was one of the stretch goals that they wanted to do. Apparently they chose not to. I don't know what the reason for that was. Maybe they just couldn't get them made. They looked like, you know, the pictures on the box actually, but they decided to sculpt that in plastic instead. So you just have a bunch of extra dice, which is great. That was also an optional purchase. All right. So we have those, and of course with dice you also need, well, you don't need, but it's nice to have a dice tower. And they also had this optional thing, the Sci-Fi Legacy dice tower, which comes with built-in LEDs. So, and you could build it as high as you want. You could get extra upgrades for this, add-on pieces to make it even higher, and you can make it, you know, just one part. So, you know, should you want that, should you like that, there was that option as well. So let's see what's in here. Has a sleeve on the box. It's quite heavy. Here is the seal. All right. I think you need to put this together partially. Oh, that's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, that's pretty nice. Let's put that aside. So this is, you can see the ramps here. Nice tech kind of look on it. This looks really nice. This is already assembled. You can take this apart pretty easily, but this part kind of just holds it together. So you can see how it's made up. So pretty straightforward in its design. So you have that, and then you have, I think this is a middle part. This is the part that has the LEDs in it. Oh yeah, see, it has this thing. I'll demonstrate that in a bit. There's the LEDs. So you can put that, I believe that goes on top of this. No, I think you just swap it out. And there it goes. Yeah, you can just put that on top instead, and then build another layer on top of that. Wow, the base is heavy. Oh my gosh. What is this made of? This is super heavy. Huge chunk. Wow, this is a huge chunk of plastic resin, but it's really heavy. This is super heavy. Let me see. So this goes here. It needs a little bit of cleaning up there. And then this goes here. No, it needs that extra piece. So let's see. Oh. Does that go on the bottom? Let me just check. So yeah, you can have multiple ones. Let me just check the image here. So yeah, this part does go on the bottom. And then you can add pieces like this, as many as you want. So this goes here. I mean, this way around. Of course, with the lights facing up, and this towards the back. That makes a lot more sense, Raymond. This is the final ramp, and this goes down. So I'll put it down like this, because otherwise, I mean, unless, no, I guess it has, otherwise they could get stuck here. Yeah, I'll do it like this. I think that's the way you're supposed to put it on. All right, and then you can put the final part on top. There you go. Wow, that's really something. Let's grab some dice. So that works. Now let's take out that bit of plastic here. There you go. Let's see what it does. Probably got too much light on to see it. Yeah, I can't see it working. Let's see. Maybe, wait, there should be a battery inside. I don't even know how it works, to be honest. Oh, I need to turn it on. It has an on and off switch. Ah, oh, there you go. Ooh, nice. Nice. Look at that. It even pulses. Yep, yeah, it registers movement, I think. All right, so now it's quiet, and I'll roll down some dice. That is super cool. Look at that. Sweet. That is certainly a unique dice tower. That is really cool. All right, let's move on. Another small optional add-on that you could add to your pledge were the 3D energy shields to replace some of the cardboard tokens that you got in the game. So your mechs can have like shield that protects them from one attack, and then the shield token is removed. But you can actually put 3D tokens on the battlefield in front of your robot to indicate that if you want to. And these are pretty cool. So I really wanted to add those. And they're basically literally 3D transparent shields. Look at that. That is super cool. I guess you need to just clip off this bit of flash down here because it will stand on its own because it's curved. Oh, it's curved, as you can see here. And that just looks really cool. Straight out of some sci-fi cartoon. This is super cool. I like the sculpt in here. It's almost like 3D or 2 layers because it's sculpted on the back and on the front. That is pretty impressive. This is not just smooth in the back here. It also has grooves. So you can see, if you look at that, you can see that there's 2 layers of these hexagons going on in a transparent light blue color. Super nice. Actual shielding. And you get plenty of those. Let's see. You probably get 12. I mean, for each robot on the board. Yes, you do. That is really cool. There's a little bit of tape here. So yeah, there you go. All of these shields for your mechs. Let's open up the next box. Here's another optional smaller expansion that has 3 extra mechs to add to the core game to select from, just so you have more options, more choices to pick your team. And let's just open up that box and take a look at those minis. And of course they come with their own cards, so let me just take those out of the bag here. Alright, so we've got the Shogun, really cool looking in this ancient Japanese looking armor, the samurai blade, katana, Soul Reaper and Wind Cut. Here is the EGN 02 Bolt. So he's a hit and run, he's a fast, quick in, quick out kind of robot. And we have the Gemini, which is 2 robots back to back on a base. Yes, I remember that. It's also pretty cool. And there's of course the standard and the advanced modes for those. Oh, there's even a co-op. That's interesting. There's 3 cards that have a co-op mode. So there's an extra game mode there. Wow, nice. Okay, cool. So this expansion kind of brings co-op to the table. And there's the 3, again, just like in the core game, just baggies with a multi-part miniature. So let's take a look at this one first. There we go. Again, comes with a magnetic base. And here we have the Bolt, who has 2 guns. So one on this is connected at the elbow. And let me see, this is the other arm. 2 bolt guns. This is, I think, a panel. Oh yeah, he's got like panels on the left and the right side. I think on the hips, I'm not sure. And the head sculpt there. So let me bring that up a bit closer. So yeah, 2 arms with the guns. There we go. See that? And the tiny head sculpt. So yeah, looking pretty cool. He's got smokestacks on the back. Also again, dynamic position. Really cool. So that is a bolt. Then we have the Shogun. Take that one out of the bag. Carefully. Another magnetized base. Here is the head sculpt. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it in the bag. You can see it here. Right. Got a helmet on with some horns. And the body is a couple of parts. You have the legs, the upper body, like so, I believe. Yeah, these are the shoulders. And he has the two arms holding the blade like this. Can just about keep it in place. And I guess this is the sheath. I was struggling for the word that he has on the back for the sword. That looks pretty nice. That looks really awesome. I really like that pose. So that is the Shogun. All right. And then finally we have the Gemini. And basically two smaller robots together. So the base also has 4 holes for both of them with a magnet. This is so cool. I wonder if no, they are different sculpts. Well, they're the same sculpt, but they do have a bit different pose, slightly. Head sculpt. And another head sculpt. There we go. And then we have their arms. So one of them seems to have knives. No, they both have knives in their left arms. And this one has nothing in the right arm. And this one has a gun pointed up. Well, small parts, but there you go. So yeah, a gun pointed up, a blade, open hand, and a dagger here. So you get different weapons for these two robots. It's pretty cool. Very, very high detail models. Okay, let's move on to the next box. This package is the Nameless Storm, and this is the co-op add-on. So this actually adds the cooperative mode to the game and comes with extra miniatures, which are basically the AI that you fight against. So that's pretty cool. On the back, we have a little bit of an explanation here, what it is about, and the contents, of course, listed there with a QR code, takes you to their website. So yeah, let's take off the sleeve here. There you go. Open up the box. Oh, like that. Let's take a look inside. So a very plain box once again, but we can see that the minis come in different colors. That's interesting. That is interesting. Let's see. So we have one pack of these flying drones, or three different colors. I'll take a look at those in a bit. We have 3 packs of these mech drones, and the bad guy controlling them. Let's see. So we do have a rule book here. Let's see. I think I just need to cut that open. And there we go. So yeah, for the co-op mode, it's pretty nice. This was also designed after the Kickstarter. It's pretty cool. We knew we were getting a co-op mode. So again, with an index, setup, and how the AI basically works. Come in waves. Really cool. You can actually add the bosses to this game mode as well. Really nice. Different buildings. Here's a sample. Right. Oh, that's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So this is actually a pad here. That's really cool, where you can design your own setup, fill in these things. That's really nice. All right. Oh, very interesting. We have a huge pack of cards, which I guess is the AI. So this is controlled by cards, I would guess. Let's take these out, tightly packed. Of course that would happen. All right, I'll just carefully get the tape off of this one. I'm glad that these cards are plastic. They're really like very nice quality plastic cards, or at least some kind of plastic finish. It does make them a bit slippery. Let's see. So yeah, we have all of these cards that have all of these different enemies on them. Let's see. So we have the bees with the different colors, and this, you know, deploys 2 of them, I guess, and one of them wave 1 start. Crabs. Oh, crab. The Nameless Betrayer. Upgrades, different waves. So you kind of set that up before you start, I guess. Cool. Oh, and different kinds of crabs as well. Nice. Here's the A.I.O. if you have them. I'll show that one off later. So yeah, plenty of cards here. The entire new game mode is the Engel, another boss add-on. And Kong, it's the 3rd boss. Nice. All right, so a whole bunch of cards for that. Some more cards here. Just open that up as well. So, new cumulative energy cards for the co-op mode. Double-sided. So different actions, as you can see. And we have 4 of those for every player, and more of these reference cards for the co-op mode. So that's very convenient. Once again, then of course we need the co-op cards. We already got them in the add-on pack with the 3 new mechs. But of course for the core game you'd need extra cards to play the co-op mode. So we get those. Get a bunch of extra small cards as well. Let me see. Open that up. There. So let's take a look here. Oh, there's a typo here. Maximum HP +1. Yellow, cumulative energy. It's yellow cubes. So you can add stuff. Basic damage +1. Okay, so these are basically upgrades that you can get, shields in the co-op mode. With simple icons, you know. So yeah, another typo. Once per turn. It's, yeah, might have been a bit rushed, this co-op mode. But hopefully the rules are good. And we get some new tokens. The components are at least very good. Very thick cardboard material. Nice and thick cardboard. And we have all of these tokens printed on both sides. We have these upgrades here, these buildings, also printed on both sides with numbers there. And these crates here. All right, so we have that. Just put this back in. All right, let's take a look at those minis. Take a look at this guy first. So this one also comes with a magnetized base. And oh, the head got stuck here between his legs. So this is the body. And here is probably something that attaches to the back there. There's a slot here for this piece. There's a little bit of flash still that I need to remove. But that goes there. Bring that a bit closer. He's got an arm cannon. That's pretty cool. On his left arm. Hand on the right arm. And here is his head sculpt. So there you go. And he does remind me of a certain purple Decepticon. But that's pretty cool. So we kind of have three very prominent Transformer inspired characters in there, at least. So that's pretty nice. And he's the bad guy controlling all the drones. Super nice. Look at all that detail in the chest and everything. That is quite something. Right. So that's the Nameless one. Let's see, does yellow show well on the camera? I think it does. So there's actually two drones in this package, two of each color. So I'm just going to put one down here and show you one of them. So you got a slotted base. This is not magnetic because it just needs to be a regular base. And then you can slot this on. You need to glue it, of course, but like so. And that cannon is on the underside of this drone. And you can stick that in here. There's a slot, a peg. Here's a hole in the back, and that goes in there. So that means you have a flying drone. There's a little bit of flash there that I still need to remove again. But that's pretty cool. Nice detail there in the wings. All the little panels looking like kind of like solar panels on the bottom as well. So yeah, we have these minigun drones. And I do believe, looking at these, that those are the same except for the guns. Oh, that is interesting. So the drones are the same, and they have the same bases, but they have different types of guns. I hope you can see that. So this is like a minigun. This is a smaller kind of laser gun, or maybe it shoots rockets. And this is also a double barrel, kind of a laser. So there's three different types. So they do different types of damage, perhaps. Maybe, you know, just like in the core game, you have like the stun and the frost and what else? Fire damage. Who knows? That's interesting. And then we have these walking drones here. Again, just oh, actually also have a magnetized base. Did not expect that. It's pretty cool. And we've got a body here with the backwards knees, just like in RoboCop. So we have that. And then this looks like a backpack. This has a slot on the back. And this, yeah, there's the peg. Probably goes this way around. That goes in there, yeah, like that. Actually fits rather easily. So there you go. It will fall off, but this is kind of like how you get it. So it's kind of like tank-shaped turret as a body on these two legs, and it has two arms. So one arm has this kind of like a club, spiked club, and the other arm has a drill like that. Well, there you go. that is also pretty cool. And I guess the other ones have different weapons as well. So we have one of these. We have the pink one. The pink one has a claw, as you can see there. On both hands, one is more or less closed and one is very much open. So we have that. And then the blue one also has the claw. Let's see. Claw on one end. Yeah, same. So the blue one also has claws. Oh, but this one has... Oh, there's another difference there. The backpack is different. That's super cool. They have different backpacks. This one has these kind of like smaller rockets that launch out. And this one has kind of like two ray guns or whatever that is. And the yellow one just had this pack. So they do have different attributes. That is pretty cool. So yeah, that is the Nameless Storm co-op kit. Let's take a look at the bosses. All right, so the first boss I'm going to show you is actually the MB02 Engel. Of course, an angel. Comes in this compact little box. It's got a bit of text on the back there. Multi-purpose energy dynamo. It's a mega-size figure and magnetic base, team tokens, robot cards, and co-op and counter cards. So let's take a look at that and see where that opens over here. All right, so yes, here are the cards. Let's take a look at those first. And these, all right, whoops. Yep, let's take a look at these first. So we have some of these cards. So yeah, for the co-op mode, then the boss becomes a wave boss. And here's the start of the wave. The wings spread. Get some more of these bees as well, all right? Then we have big cards here for standard gameplay. You can actually play as this character, but then you don't have a team, you just have the boss. The advanced mode card and the co-op card. Engel 1, 2 und 3. It's pretty cool. Loving the art. You get some of these magnetized cubes as well to put on the base with the nice looking sculpt. That's really cool. All right. Let's see. Oh, there's many parts, many parts. Gotta be very careful with this. So a huge tile-wide base. And I mean, let's take a closer look at this, because look at all the detail. This is incredible. I love this. Magnetized Boss 02. These are the wings. Oh, this is so cool. Let's open that up. There's a bit of tape here. Multi-part wings. A little bit of flash that you need to cut off there. That'll probably connect somehow. We'll need to figure that out. And this is the there's an acrylic stand, because that goes into the base. You just push that in. I'm not going to push it too far right now. And then the figure hangs on that, sits on that as if flying. Right, so here's the backpack that connects to the wings. So I guess, yeah, see, this has slots, and you slot that in there. And then the top ones probably, yeah, they also have a slot. I'll have to check that out. It's probably maybe this, although I think that's flash. I'll have to figure that out. but this does have a slot, so that should go into one of these ports. So that's the backpack. There's one of the arms, another arm, so let's get in close with those. One arm is already, oh, it's a leg. That's a leg. So one leg goes here, and one arm goes there, like that. All right, let's bring that in a bit closer. So the robot itself is about the same scale as the ones in the core box. I would say the same scale. And looking really cool, really detailed. Obviously female looking a robot. And she's got the backpack with the giant wings attached. I cannot show you how that will look, sadly, but again, you know, if I ever have time to assemble all of this, I'll take some pictures, because that looks really nice. Look at how impressive this is, this backpack. So if this goes here, then these wings go here, like so. And this probably goes up here somehow. Then she goes like in the middle there. So that's a pretty big, a big model. And let's just see, I guess, yeah, there's a hole in the back for the backpack. And I'm just trying to see where the pole goes, not on the actual character model, but I guess that connects here somewhere. Yeah, I guess that just connects to the back. Oh, the bottom. The bottom actually, oh, it's that way around. I was holding it the wrong way up. So there's a hole in here. So that's how that goes. All right, so I see. Yes, right. So these are the upper wings. These are the upper wings all spread out. And the lower wings probably down here. And this connects to the backpack. Something like that. Maybe these are spread out a bit more. But that looks really cool. There's no picture of it, sadly, just the art. But yeah, nice mini. Let's check out the next boss. So the next figure is the MB99 A.I.O, which is a huge centipede kind of miniature. An autonomous juggernaut. The all-in-one, the A.I.O. That's super cool. So, bit of text there. Let's open it up. It's another boss figure that you can also use in the co-op mode as an evil AI. Again, just like the Engel, comes with some cards. Try to get that out. And it has the cards for the standard mode, where you can play as a boss versus the other players, or even versus other bosses. Advanced mode. And the co-op mode. So yeah, with that. We've got some smaller cards for the waves, for tower defense kind of co-op mode. So the card for the monster itself, the rewards you can have, all in one. The crab B and the crab C, so it also brings a couple of those with it. Again, the sculpted, magnetized D6 markers. These are not dice, these are markers to put on the base. Ooh, I see lots and lots and lots of parts. All right, so here's the big base. Again, one giant base for the model. Again, very nicely sculpted with the spot magnetized that holds those colored cubes. And the actual figure is in here. Let's carefully take all of that out. And I dreaded that, because all the little hands are separate pieces, but yeah, I guess. So here's the head sculpt, which basically has two big mandibles. Just looking at you like that. Mandibles on the bottom there. Just keep that in. And the body, oh, this is so nice. This is just part of the body. It looks like a robotic carapace. Super cool. It has some flash that you need to cut off, as we've seen before. But it's tougher material than I thought it would. So that in that regard, that's good. It's a very tough, very detailed type of resin. Super cool. So we have all of these arms. Look at that. All these millipede or centipede arms. Super cool. Again, very detailed. Just need to cut them off the sprue, and then these pegs will peg into the body. Yeah, you can see two of those holes right there. So we have that. There's even more here. There's, okay, so these are basically 6 extra legs. These are also 6. Right, so it's 18 legs. And then all of these parts, and this is so cool. They are numbered though, but that is so cool. It really blows my mind. Has all of these parts. Look at that. This multi-part insect. 7 of these, and this big one for the head. It's crazy. Let's see if I can kind of stack them up just to give an idea. So this is 7. This is 6. All right, so this goes, it's, you know, like bent. This is the back, I guess, and this is the front. Yeah, that's the front, judging from the art. So do we go from top to bottom? That's the question. 2. Oh, that was, what am I doing? I need 4. So it's 1. Let's see. This is 1. And oh yeah, because this has a tail, obviously. This is, yeah, this is the bottom. So I'm going the right way. There's no other way to do this. 5, 4. Yeah, this has some flash, so I can't quite press it in there. 3. Oh my gosh. So, oh yeah, like, look, these two have the pegs that sit on the base. So this is the lower body, sitting like that. Sitting like that. And you have number 2 goes on top of that. And number 1 like that. So it's rearing up the body. Now, and I can't put that one on because this has some flash. But then that goes on top of that. Head goes in there. And there you go. That's a massive beast right there. Look at the back, all these panels. That is amazing. That's just amazing. Whew. Yep, this is impressive. I'm really, really glad I got that one. Because, wow. This might just be my favorite one yet. All right, let's put that back and check out the last and final boss, the Kong. So here it is, the Kong boss, the last box of this massive unboxing. This is quite a huge box, actually. Look at that, really big. Also has a bit of text on the back there. Kong. And this one has turrets, which is really cool. I'll show you that in a bit. It carries the turrets on its back and can actually deploy them. So that's really cool. So yeah, let's open this up and take a look at this one. Let's put the art in the view here. There you go. All right. So, first of all, of course, the cards. There are these cards. player cards. So we have got the standard game mode card, advanced, and the co-op boss card. And we have cards for the cannons as well. So we have Cannon Y, standard mode, advanced mode and co-op mode. And we have the Cannon X. Again, standard, advanced, and co-op mode. It's pretty nice. Like the art. Does that connect? No, it doesn't. Well, no. But it's pretty cool. So we have those. Checking to see if it connects actually to the Kong card, perhaps. No, it doesn't either. That would have been cool. And additionally, these cards for the co-op mode, where it's a wave, the Cannon X and the Cannon Y, and Kong itself, and the rewards. All right. Whew. That's a huge mini. Let's see. This is already a very, very big part, and I think that's just the legs. This thing, I mean, as the name suggests, is gigantic. True to its name. Oh boy. Look at that. That's just the legs. Already fills my hand, and it's quite hefty. That is so cool. It has these pegs to stick into the base. A couple of pegs here for the upper body. Again, with some of these colored, magnetized, and sculpted team markers. And then we have, oh boy, all of these parts. Lots and lots of parts for the turrets, the cannons. So legs. Let's see. We've got 4. Yeah, we got 8 legs, of course, because they have 4 of these robotic spider legs. I mean, they look all the same. So you just peg them in. This is their main body, I guess. And this seems to belong, oh yeah, on top of that, there you go. That's pretty cool. Yep. It's a peg that goes into the bag. These are just flash bits. You just need to cut that off. This goes on top of this. Fits very nicely, very snugly, very easily too. So that should not be hard to put together. All right, and then we have these parts. And yeah, so this pegs onto Kong's back, and I think, yeah, pretty sure that if you put them on their own base, you peg them into this, and that is actually, that moves. That's pretty cool. And this is the base for the legs, which also go in very easily. So there you go. And you can just put them down with the 4 legs as an individual autonomous turret, or you can take them off of the base and stick them onto his back. So we'll show you that in a bit. We have another one there. Oh boy, another heavy baggie. Whew, look at these parts blowing me away here. Wow. The hands. Oh god, look at these hands. Oh my gosh. And the head. Oh man, the gorilla face there. See that? Man, these enormous robot hands. I'm telling you, this is gonna be epic. Wow. Left hand and right hand. Here, upper body. So yeah, let's see. Does it go like this or like that? Like this. The head. I guess, or is that the back? Let's take a look. No, this is the front. So yeah. Oh yeah, see here. It's a little bit more detail in the neck there. Let's see. Like that. There you go. Like that. Man, that is simply amazing. Look at that bulk of a body. And it'll sit on top of this. Okay, so I do need to cut off those holes. Yeah, that's flash. So these pegs are flash. Because this connects into that. This connects into here. So you just need to connect that. Move it down just a little bit more. And there's probably a separate thing for that piston over there. Unless that broke off. I might be a little bit unlucky here and have a broken off piston. And this, I guess, goes onto... Oh, yeah, right. So, see, in the back, these two holes, that's for the drones. You can fit them in here quite easily. Really nice. So you can have these two stored on his back. That's just so cool. It's really cool. This thing is huge. Look at that. So yeah. And then this is the upper torso, right? So this goes, oh, it just completes it, right? Look at that. What a beast. What an absolute beast. That is awesome. So we have two of these little cannons here. I guess there's a spot somewhere to put those. I'll have to search for that. Be careful. It's not on the legs, I guess. I'm looking for squarish pegs. I mean, it could be on the turrets too, of course. I'll figure that out. There's just two turrets that probably poke out somewhere. All right. And then finally we have the arms. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. This goes in here. Let's see, is this the right arm? Yeah, there's no extra flash. Oh yes. Yeah, okay, I do need to cut away a little bit of that. But that goes in here. Look at that massive shoulder. And then this, again, has some flash on, but that goes in here. Look at how broad. This is a huge monster of a miniature. That's crazy. Let me just move this aside for a bit and try to just put him down to give you an impression. Arm here. Torso here. This on top of that. And then the arms, the hands in there. And in here. Or maybe like this. Probably like that, yeah. Yep, and just need to find where these two things sit. Well, look at that monster. Look at that. That's huge. And then you can have these two turrets on his back. That's pretty cool. I have to say, that is very nice. I'm just a bit bummed about that piston over there. I think that broke off. I don't even think it's in... Oh, it is. It is. Oh, okay. So that's not too bad. I can glue that. I can glue that. That's just a straight post. And since the top part, this is just flash, this goes off, and this top part is pretty flat, I can glue that into that, and that is also flat, and then these two I'll just glue together. And once that's painted, you won't see the seam. So, okay, easy fix, fortunately. Wow. Okay, that's the last one of all the Core Clash bosses. And so that was my unboxing of everything Core Clash by Boar Studio. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to check out my Patreon page and my merch store by clicking the links in the description below or the Patreon link at the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.